Hi guys! So today we're going to do a makeup transformation with some creepy hands inspired by Freddy Krueger, or Nightmare on Elm Street in the movie that he's in. One of the most terrifying Halloween characters. Freddy Krueger is a character that was burned in a fire and comes back in people's nightmares. Greatest Halloween costumes in my opinion, so let's just see if we could do this. First of all, of course, I'm going to put my hair up in a ponytail. Pin back any stray hairs that you have. Then I'm going to delete my eyebrows using Elmer's glue. Swipe it once. Wait till it gets tacky and powder it. And then put a thick glob on the back of your fingernail and swipe that on your eyebrows. Wait for that to get tacky and then put some more powder. Now to start the scars on Freddy Krueger's face, we are going to use gelatin. This is special effects gelatin and not the Jello packets that you buy from the grocery store. You don't want to apply that on your face. So you cut this up in little pieces, put it in a microwave safe bowl, and put it in the microwave for 10 seconds at a time. Stir in between. You want it down to a liquid. And then you're going to add some water to this to make it even thinner because we're going to spread it like thick cobwebs with little pockets. If you have that disorder where you don't like looking at a whole bunch of holes that are close together, maybe this isn't the job for you. And of course, you could always do this makeup without doing this, but we want cobweb-like thick holes. You might have to do batches and batches of these. It took me 3 or 4 times to figure out how to do this correctly with the right consistency of gelatin melted down with water to make these. And then I got it off of the plates that I'm putting it on with the spatula. And then I put them on this wax sheet paper so it's easier to take off and put it on my face in pieces. You're going to want to look at Freddy Krueger's picture as a reference while you put down different size pockets of the gelatin on your face. And like I said before, you do not have to do this step and you could just do the painting of Freddy Krueger instead. But we're using Halloween regular store spirit gum to apply these gelatin pieces. I know they're hard to see and they're clear. They look like snails have just crawled all over your face in different zigzag formations of pockets of holes that are really creepy. I kind of remind myself as some sort of bog monster with saliva or snail slime marks all over my face. Ooh, that would be a very good makeup transformation idea. But if you're using the gelatin, please do not overheat this gelatin because it's going to get too hot, and too hot for your skin is going to burn you, and I don't want you to burn your hands or your face. You want to stretch these gelatin pieces to put in different places if you want the holes to be bigger in certain spots or stretched out more. And once you have all those gelatin pieces on your face in the correct areas, we are going to use a sealer. If you do not have a professional grade sealer for makeup, for special effects, you could also use spirit gum and just powder it down afterwards because spirit gum can get really sticky. Use that spirit gum if you're using it with a disposable brush or a Q-tip like I'm using here. Seal all of the gelatin on your face, including over the edges. Make sure those are sealed because that's why we're doing this. We don't want paint later on to sink down through it and get under those gelatin pieces. So once the sealer's on, set, and dry, we're going to move on to the paint. If you don't want to do the gelatin, because I know it's very hard work and I don't want you to burn your face, if you don't know how to use gelatin, just start off with the makeup right at this step. Because I'm just taking a cream red paint from my Makeup Forever Flash palette. If you do not have this expensive palette, you can also use any type of Halloween makeup tube paints like Rubies, or you can use Ben Nye, or you could use Kryolan, whichever you prefer. You just need the red and pat it all over your face. I'm just using a brush, or you can use a sponge or whatever you have on hand, your fingertips even. You just want a very red base all over your face, or if you have your face with the gelatin pieces all over that, on your ears and on your lips. Make sure you get all over even to your hairline, on all the places that are going to be seen, even down part way of your neck. Because once we are done with that red base, we are going to get a foundation color. This is Revlon's Color Stay 24 hours, but any foundation is perfectly fine. I'm using a liquid one. You are going to put some green in there mixed in with your foundation color. Again, any green from your Halloween makeup collection. And you're going to be making a lot of this foundation with the green color because we're going to need all over our face, everywhere. And start patting that on with the brush on your face that are on the outside of the inside pockets of those gelatins, or just circles if you didn't do the gelatin pieces so that they have scar marks and pockets of red. Just do it how I'm doing it here, but imagine that those gelatin pieces are not there because they're pretty translucent. Again, if you have that disorder where you're afraid of holes that are close together, I am so sorry. this is not the video for you. Just continue on with the rest of the face, and sometimes if you didn't mix the right amount of foundation color with the green before, you might have to mix it again. Just color match, or even better, make a lot of it. And again, using a Freddy Krueger picture as a reference is great during this step. I kind of look like I had a whole bunch of pimples that are really huge or boils on my face and just popped them all at once, and this is the aftermath. And if you think that layer of foundation is too thin, you might have to go back and do another layer of foundation in case it looks a little too pink and the red's coming through too much. And once that layer is completely done, we're going to get a flesh tone powder. I'm getting Tarte's Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation in my skin tone and powdering over that just so it doesn't give any shine and sets it all. You're mainly focusing the flesh tone powder on the foundation color and not inside the red. Then I'm taking this medium brown matte eyeshadow and putting it around those red circle marks to give it more definition on the face. And put that in areas on the flesh tone parts of the skin around the circles of the red to give it some definition. And more of a crispy burnt effect around your nose and around your mouth and everywhere else. And now to do a very sunburnt crispy effect, I'm going to get an alcohol palette. Of course, you can use any type of Halloween makeup like we've been talking about. You use creams instead of this alcohol, but I love the natural effect that these pigments give you on alcohol palettes. But this is Real Creations with a orange sponge dipped in alcohol and this honey yellow brown color, and patting that over the flesh tone marks of this makeup look. And then getting your red pigment again that you did on the inside red of those circles and retouching it because some of it lost its pigment while applying all the other products. And then I'm going to get my Makeup Forever palette again and use the colors red, blue, brown, and a little bit of black to make the color maroon. If you have maroon paint, girl, you're ahead of me. Doing definitions on the inside of those red bloody circle marks we did, you could get some black later and go back and do darker parts, but it's going to give a lot of definition around those red marks to make it look like more fleshy, deep set holes in his face. Now I'm just putting some of that red pink around the eyes a little bit to make it more irritated and like it's been burnt a little. Going back in those red circle marks with the flesh tone that we use on the rest of our face and doing streak marks so that it looks like pulled skin that are pulled into those red burnt holes in his face so it looks more realistic. And if you want to make this more realistic, I totally forgot to do this step, but you could put some glycerin, little touches of it in the red so it looks juicy and gooey and nice. And now that we did all of that face work, it's time to do our teeth. I'm going to get the Teeth Lacquer Palette by PegWorks that I got. You dry your teeth first, and then you apply this on with a brush and alcohol or whatever reactor spray that comes with the palette. Do all the teeth that's going to be exposed when you smile. And once that's done, we are going to put on our costume. I got this awesome Nightmare on Elm Street one from Party City. So just carefully pull that over your head without touching the makeup. It's a stretchy knit, so it will work hopefully. It has the perfect burnt holes and everything. And get whatever brown hat you have. This is just an old one that I used from a previous pirate makeup. And then we're not done yet. I have to get the signature Freddy Krueger claw. This one's also from Party City. Party City is one of my absolute favorite stores to shop at for Halloween. So that is my finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it didn't creep you out too much and that Freddy Krueger doesn't haunt your nightmares. Sorry to scare you a little bit, but I love doing this. And I'm so sorry if my skin in this video seems very bright and off. I had to really color correct this because while I was filming it, I didn't even notice that my lighting was a little bit off. I think just the white of the makeup in my skin tone was blooming. Sounds like a fancy technical term, but basically it means my skin is vampirish white for this black background. And the camera just doesn't know what to do with it. But I hope you enjoy it and I did the best I can. I think it came out good. Removing this makeup was not as easy as it looks. It looks like I'm actually pulling my flesh off my face, like my real flesh. But I'm not. Just some of the gelatin. If it hurts too bad, use Bid Nice, remove it all, or a very strong, good makeup remover like Sonia Kashuk from Target. Or if you know your stuff and you have some isopropyl myricate, which is a very long, confusing word, unless you are in the makeup world and know what that is, that will take off most makeup special effect things. But the makeup remover wipes do help. I use Simple brand makeup remover wipes. Remember, all the products I used in this video will be listed down below in the description box, especially this costume. I absolutely love it. I could wear this sweater on the daily. Probably the most comfortable Halloween costume you could ever wear. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Another makeup video will be up before Halloween. I promise you that. And I love you all. Bye.